Well, hi, everybody. This is Debbie. It's Sunday afternoon in a hot July, and I'm down in the cool basement where my laboratory is. And I have a project today that I want to share. I'm in the process of whittling down my stash of supplies. Now, I have been crafting for over 50 years, and some things get accumulated over that time because I like to do a lot of different things. So that's why I'm trying to narrow some things down and do something with them instead of just letting them pile up. So today I want to work on all of these things that I'm doing here. I'm going to be making some envelopes, decorating some envelopes, working on some small booklets. It's a whole box of small booklets that are already bound and ready to decorate. And mostly just work on these little small things and use some lace and ribbons and paper and try to sort of keep in muted tones, um, which sometimes it's hard for me to do. And I'm going to try to not use very much black. Aunt Beck, hi, how are you? Hi, Melody. Hi, Angie. Thank y'all for coming. Aunt Beck, would you mind posting this because I forgot to post it before I started on the groups. If you don't mind doing that, if you have time, I would appreciate it. So anyway, that's what we're doing today, and I hope to have a lot of fun with it because it's always fun to use laces and what have you. So the first thing I'm going to do, here's all my little envelopes. Let me put them out of the way. The first thing I'm going to do is I want to use some stamped images on some canvas, fringed canvas, on some of the little books. And these are small because, you saw the books are small. They're not, this is probably the biggest one, and it's only, about 4.5 by 3. So most of them are a lot smaller than this one. Hi, Mary Lou, Karen Sue. Thank y'all for coming. I forgot to post it, so I'm surprised anyone saw me. So anyway, I'm just going to lay a few of these out, and I just have a couple of different stamps that I can just real quickly put some images on. So if I just lay them out here, it'll go pretty fast, and then that'll be done, ready to fringe. I probably won't fringe them until I get ready to use them. Okay, that's enough. So I have some cute little sewing stamps. So I'm going to use some of those as soon as I figure out. Wonder what oh, here it is. That. And get some ink out. And I'm going to use StazOn because this is fabric and it seems to work a little bit better. Sometimes a Memento works better, but I'll try this first. So this is black StazOn ink. So I have a little sewing machine. Thank you, Aunt Beck. I appreciate that very much. Let's ink this up. These are kind of new stamps, so they might not work real great at the beginning. But I have plenty of canvas, so it doesn't really matter. Let's start here. Now, I did not try to follow the grain or anything with these little pieces that are cut out. Oh, that came out good. Look at that. Ooh. Ooh. Look how nice. Okay, so I'm going to do a few of these. I better leave a little room for fringing. What I was going to say is I didn't cut any of these out on the grain purposely, but So I want to leave a little bit of room around them so there'll be room if I have to fringe them. Let's see. Find one. Oh, good, Angie. Hi, Teresa. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. I probably have, but I just feel like I haven't. Okay, let's pick something else here. There's really cute little stamps on here. Scissors, of course. I think these little booklets will make cute notebooks, little notebooks, like to keep measurements and stuff in for sewing. So I thought it'd be cute to have some sewing things on there. Oh, that came. I can't believe how good these stamps are coming out. Look at that. That is perfect. I don't think I've ever stamped anything on paper that perfect. Hooray. I like that. I'm going to get, how do I do with that? I'm never short on canvas. So I want to cut a couple different sizes than what I have here. I'll just whack some off right quick. There's no room. I've got all my little scraps and things laying all over the place. So they're right at hand, so I don't have to look for them anywhere. Okay, so I'm going to make some long ones. Because most of these things are longer than they are wide. Okay, let's see now. See, I thought I was prepared, but I'll move some of these over for now. Oh, these sewing machines are wonderful. I'm so excited. This is the first time I've used these stamps since I got them, because I haven't done any sewing journals lately. Ta-da. Hi, Art Junkie. Nice to see you. So I'm trying to use kind of neutral colors, whereas, usually I go all out with the color. But sometimes it's nice to do something different. And I just thought it would be nice to have a little change and just do some neutral stuff. This is a little dress form. I can get it off. Oh, this is going to be so cute. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Pam. Gee, I feel like I just saw y'all last night. I think I fell asleep right before my part of the sale started. And when I woke up, I didn't even try to figure out what was going on. I just went to bed. I'm not as young as I used to be. Uh-oh. So guys, it just came in. I'm making, or gals, I should say, I'm making small booklets and, well, not making them, decorating small booklets and envelopes. So I'm just preparing some little canvas pieces to use. See, these are almost too big. I can use them on the envelopes though. Those are cute, cute, cute. Very, very cute. And I had no idea. Oh, wait. Stamp abilities. I might have gotten this at the marketplace. I think I might have. What else? Oh, there's so many cute ones. Oh, that thimble looks cute. That'll go on some smaller pieces. Where's my smaller pieces? I'm not going to do them all in sewing. I have some other things too, some birds and little butterflies and what have you. Cute. Look how cute that is. This ink is so sticky. But it works really well. Oop. Okay, let's see. Is there anything else I have to have right now? Oh, I'm going to have to do this little pin cushion, and then I think I'll switch. There's a measuring tape and a little thread spindles, a spool, a little needle, button, another something or other. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Another pin cushion. Shoot. I'm really glad I got that. Sometimes you don't know. But I was making a lot of sewing journals and I didn't have any good stamps for sewing. So I'm really glad I got it. I think I might have been about next to last or something like that, so it was probably pretty late. I'm surprised I was even on at all because she probably just got my box yesterday and didn't even have time to look at it. But she's a trooper. She'll pull it out anyway. Yes, it is a neat little collection. I'm real happy with it. Here's the little pincushion, tomato pincushion. Excuse me. Sometimes I'll stamp on these little canvases and then embroider them. Where's my, oh, I thought I had my embroidery bag over here, but I guess it's somewhere else where I can't reach it. Okay, let's put these away and get out. First, I better clean that off a little bit. Get out a couple other things. Let's see, what else have I got over here? Oh, I have this little rose that's so pretty. It's very small. Well, at least I think it's a rose. It looks like a rose to me. Isn't it cute? It embroiders really cute too. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you. enjoyed your string this morning, you and Carol. And I can't keep up with Becky. I never know when she's coming on, and I go back and try to watch all of them, and she has so many that it seems like that I can't keep up. And they're always so interesting. And she always makes me want to do stuff. It never fails. I'll be working on something, and she'll come on and show something different. I'm like, oh, I want to do that, but I can't right now. I got to finish this first. She's a stinker. Stinker gets me, draws me in. So far, I managed to not get involved in the crochet projects, but they're very interesting. Well, oh, here's a, no, I think that's, I don't know, that looks like a moth. I don't want to do a moth. That's a moth too. Get some bees. Beesy beesies. These don't have, excuse me, these don't have the nice crispy lines, I don't think, that these other ones had, the sewing ones had. But they still work pretty well. I'm just kind of wanting to make some feminine little booklets that have lace and what have you on them. See that one? It's really hard to get a good image with because it's little, the patterns, the design is a little more dense. I think that's why anyway. That one's a little better. Still not real great. Got strings in my ink pad. Well, Melody, I have to say, I'm interested in everything. There's very few things that I'm not interested in doing. And I have the tools to prove it. But I have to admit, sewing, paper, beads, I always go back to, and needlework, all kinds of needlework. I always go back to those. Sometimes I do it in rounds, so I'll be really into sewing for a while, and then I'll switch off and paint or do paper or something like that. But what I really like is when I can combine them all, mixed media and things like that allow that. So that's one of the reasons I like it. I like these kinds of things because you can do a little bit of all the things you like at the same time. Now that worked better. I'll do that now. Keep doing that. Oh, is that the address for these stamps, Becky? For the sewing stamps that I was using? Because they're really cute. Okay, so that's probably enough of those for now to start with. I won't put these on every single book, but I wanted to have a little selection to start with. This one's kind of big, so I'm not going to use it. And we go. Got too much stuff on my desk to leave everything on the desk. I have to clean up as I go. All right, so well, that's a nice little stack. That'll go a ways. I don't know how many booklets I have. I'm going to say at least 20. And I've got a bunch of envelopes that are dyed that I can use. I wanted to include some sewing, machine sewing on these, but it's just too much. There's too many things, and it's too hard to keep track of all of them and all this. So, just doing this. Okay. Now, the other thing I wanted to do before I start decorating, you have to do the get ready stuff, is make a few. I have some already made. I wanted to do a couple of oh, this is going to be too much to mess with. So I'll just use the ones I've got. That's too fiddly. I was going to use these to make some of these tabs that I've been using lately. Let's put it right here so you can see it. Some of these tabs, because it's Tim Holtz prints and stuff, because I thought that would be cute, but I think I'll pass on that. It takes too long. Okay, so here we go. Okay, one at a time. That's how you do it, one at a time. Now I have to decide, do I want to ink pages or not? I don't think, I mean, I like inked pages a lot, but I don't know if I want to take the time. Oh, you got to still go out today, Beck? It's been really hot. Pam asked about them. Oh, the sewing stamps. Okay, so I'm going to use some lace. Here's some lace, which doesn't show up very well, so I want to put something under there. I'm just going to take a piece of brown paper. That's all this is packing paper. No, this is actually brown craft paper. I have a big roll of it. And that's just some leftover from something or other. That's what that is. Ah. So let's get this on, because there's nothing to contrast behind the lace. So I'm just going to put a little piece of this on. And we put some lace. And a couple pieces of music papers. Pretty soon this is going to be like a huge pile of stuff, I'm telling you. That's what will end up happening. Yeah. And, I'm kind of thinking not to do too much on the inside, maybe nothing on the inside, because it's just various papers, little scrap papers. So I think you're right, Beck. I think it'll be better to not ink it. Okay, so we got this. This is going to be hard for me, not using any black. I'm telling you, I love using black. We'll see how it goes. got little pieces of lace. Shh. Hi, Beth. Thanks for coming by. You're such a busy lady. It'll take me a while to do all these, but they're fun. And I'll probably lay them out here in a minute and do like several at the same time. But I just wanted to show one to start with. I'm just trimming around this a little bit so it doesn't look, I don't know, unfinished or something. You know, sometimes you do things, but you don't really know why. Just because it looks better to me. All right, there's that. And I want to incorporate some buttons too. So I grabbed the brown buttons. These are some bigger ones. Ooh, and I saw something on YouTube last night or yesterday afternoon where a lady was crocheting some buttons to make trim, and I'm going to do some of that because I think they're really, really cute. So see, I just want this to be kind of plain, not anything real bright, but I do think I want the buttons on there. I have white buttons that I could use. I don't know. Maybe I'll do white on some and brown on some. I don't want to bring too many dark colors in there, but I kind of like how that looks. There's one of those. Now, try as I might to go fast on these, I won't be able to. Yep. Sad as it may seem. So I'm just going to fringe this real fast because it's real easy to do. It's actually fairly straight. Okay. Now let's see. I think I still want to use and if you've watched me before, you've probably seen me do this before, where I leave my things sorted the way I want them and just fold down everything and put the glue on. I'm not going to mess with this lace very much because it's going to seep through to the next layer, which is this yellowy looking stuff. And I am almost, this is all I have of my fabric glue. So I gotta get some more of that real soon. Next time I'm in town, actually. Ooh, it's really coming out too. Okay, now I'll hold all that lace down. And then for my button, got some thread over here. And pokey tool. And pokey board. I'm just going to hold that in place and poke the hole right through everything, all four of them. And I should have had my needle threaded. Now Now see, normally I would use black or dark brown thread, but I'm trying to, as much as I can and still be pleased with it, I'm trying to stick to the lighter tones. I'm just going to leave a short tail on the back. And normally I would also tie it on the front of the button. This time I'm going to do it different. You know what? I was going to bring this camera in a little bit. Try to do that. See how that looks. A little closer. So actually, once I finish the cover, the little books are done because they've already been bound. All the papers are in there, and if I'm not going to decorate them inside, they're done. Now, something I did not do ahead of time, find some paper. I didn't punch any circles to cover up my stitches, which I know it's not necessary, but just something I like to do. Get it in the right place. There, that's there. Okay, so I'll put that over here. So now I have a little doodly that I can glue over the knot. And this is just pearl cotton that I'm using. Bag of tabs on your left. Yes, they are. Would you like to see how to make those? I just recently started using that style. I really like them. There. Now if I wanted, I can put something on here. But if I do, that will be something I do later. I might put some small beads on there. I don't know. But that's pretty cute. See? I didn't take much. Okay, let me stop and show you how to make these tabs. Where's my thingamajig? I need a new pen so badly. I'm going to order some more glue, order a new small bottle, order some new pens, because this one is pretty nasty. All right, now let me get some of this out, move some of this a little bit. They're really very easy to do. And if you're doing a lot of them, it makes a lot of sense to make a template. But you don't have to. You can just, you know, do it by the skin of your teeth if you want. Let me find some right kind of paper here. I don't know where it is. I think I pushed it back behind me so it was out of the way. But you can use any kind of paper. Let's just use something over here. Okay, so these I use these to go on envelopes. So let me get an envelope here and show you what I mean. I use them a lot on my junk mail envelope stuff. So this is how I use it. So if you were going to put a string tie here, I put this here, glue it on, and it's just a single one. It's not a fold. Put that on here. I put an eyelet in this hole, just like you normally would install an eyelet. Then down here, I put a, hold on, it's right here someplace. I put this size. And what size is this? 1/2 inch. Oops. Yeah, this is about, it actually looks more than 1/2 inch. Well, let's just measure one of them instead of trying to fiddle with that thing. I use these for a lot of stuff. I use a lot of circles. So it's really 5/8. It's a 5/8 inch punch. Just a simple little circle. So this goes here. This goes here. Punch a hole through it and the back part of the envelope. Put in a brad. And this has a eyelet. So I use a string through there, and then you can wrap it around there. So it's one of those little wrap closures. And I just really, really like these. Before I was using bigger circles, like a 1-inch circle, or even 2 of these, like one here and one down here. But I really like these. I think they look so cute on there. So I've started using them quite a bit. Now, if you don't have a template, this is what you can do. I have to find the punch. This is a 2-inch punch. And this paper is not big enough. Hold the phone, hold the phone. Find the bigger paper. All right, there's one. Now you punch a hole. And I usually do a bunch of these at a time, as you can see, because I use them a lot. So you can see here that each one of these is half of a circle. See? Now to make your template, fold it in half. Then you use your punch. Let's see, I don't know. I think I used the little punch on these. Where is it? When you use your punch, you can do it 2 ways. If your punch is strong enough, you can punch it with it folded. So this is the tricky part, because you have to look in there and try to get it similar on both sides. So I'm going to punch this side. So that makes one side of it. Now, if I go over here and try to punch it the same, I'm not going to be able to do it. I can do a lot of things, but that probably isn't going to happen. So here you've got it like this. First it's a circle, you fold it, you punch that little corner out. Don't punch a huge corner, because then it doesn't look right. Just punch a little bit out. So then you can open it up, fold it this way, making sure your fold lines match here, right here. Crease it down and go ahead and draw that one. And you can cut it out with scissors, or you could take your little punch again and go right back and just punch following what you drew. So then you should have, then the 2 sides should match. Okay? Then you cut it in the middle. Cut it through the middle. Now this is what I do. This is the long way, I think. Because, you have to, if you do it like this every time, for one thing, you're going to have a crease here. But this is your template, so that you know everything is even to start with. Then you can take your punched circle, if I can find the punch again, and the paper again. Then you can take your punch circle, lay one of these that you just made down here. And also, if you punch your hole first, you know, while you can still find the center, punch your hole first. Lay this down here. I need my pencil. Draw your pencil. Draw your line. Then you can just fold it and follow your lines. Or you can cut it in half, which I think I was cutting it in half last time because it seemed simpler. And then I would just put these together. And normally I don't punch them first. You can, but normally I don't because I can punch a whole stack of them at once. And then you just go back in where your line is, line it up on your punch. Make sure you keep them together. Line it up on this side, and there you go. Okay, so I'll just go through once more. So you've got your whole circle, you fold it in half, punch one corner, unfold it, fold it this way, draw or punch your other side to match, then cut it in half. That will make your template. Okay? Any questions? Thanks, Janet. Hi, Janet. Right now, Janet, I'm just showing how to make these little tabs to go on envelopes and things. And these work really cute on the edges of your pages, too. And you can make them any color you want. I like black ones, and I like this color because they're easy to match when I go to put this part of it on and find a brad that matches. So that's how those are made. Now, if you want to, you can use 1-inch circles and make exactly the same thing and make really tiny, you know, really small ones. And that works too, and they're very cute for smaller things. I use a lot of circles. In fact, I need a new 1-inch circle punch really badly. And the new one I bought is a piece of junk. I just want my same one I had that worked. But I'm not going to get that, I guess. It's just easier for me to use those squeezy ones because my hands aren't very strong. Okay, back to this. What were we doing? We finished. Okay, we finished this. This is what I'm actually doing, Janet. Hi, Carol. Did I miss anybody else? Yeah, Beth, I cut them by hand. Now I have a bunch of other tabs, which you liked before, I think. I think I showed you these before. But I showed you how to do them by hand. But now, this kind of type of thing, or can you see it? These kind, you know. And I was cutting them by hand, or these, you know, different kinds. But now, I took all my ones I cut by hand, I copied them, scanned them in my Silhouette, and now I can print out a whole page of them whenever I feel like doing it. So, you know, every once in a while I'll print out 2 or 3 pages of them, and then I have them because I use them so much on my journals and on my tags. And, you know, I make a lot of tags. So anyway, Janet, this is what we're really doing. I'm making little booklets and some envelopes too. So let's get back to that. There's the first one. I'm going to speed it up a little bit now that you know what I'm doing. Okay, where's my... There we go. Thanks for coming, everyone. You know, I appreciate it. And I kind of like the way this looks with the junky, or what do you call that? Wonky edge. I'm trying to keep them kind of a little plainer than normal. A little bit more, what was that word I used? Can't even think of what it is. A little more plain, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let's get some more. Here's a pretty lace. It's not quite contrasty enough. I have this pile of stuff up here. I think what I want is some of this. I think this is a great way to use up your scraps and things that you love, but you know, you have a lot of and you have too much of. So it's nice to use it up in a nice way. I'm going to lay this down here. You can see it, so I'm not jerking it around so much. So I'm going to use there. Do that, and then something else. I think I'll use some of this. Every time I try to make a journal that's of this color nature, this, you know, this kind of coloring, neutrals is the word I was trying to think of. Every time I try to do a journal like that or make a card or tag or whatever, it is so hard for me because I want to just jazz it up, you know, make lots of colors and lots of contrast. So it's kind of hard for me to do it this way. But everybody needs to try things they don't normally do. I love the way they look. It's just not what I normally do because I'm all about the color. All about the color. Now I also have, where are these? Okay, I'm going to use, see, I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. Okay, let's get this on here in place so I don't have to keep holding it. All right, so here's my gauze. I think this bee will show up. Oh, yes. Now, I don't know. Can you see it? Yeah, there you go. But I need to do something to this frame. Otherwise, it will just be too light. So I have get my stamps back out over here. I have a script stamp, and I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to use it with my vintage. And it doesn't take a lot. I'm just putting it on the edge. And then this I will ink because it needs it. I don't have enough space. So it can go on here. Now, once again, I don't want to get too fussy, but I wanted to have enough on there where it looks pretty. And when you look at it, you say, oh, that's pretty. So about this much, I think, is plenty. So let's do that. Now, you know, I could get really extravagant with it, but of course, these are going to be for sale. And I don't want to make them so involved that I have to charge a huge amount for them. So I want people to be able to buy them and enjoy them without, you know, paying an arm and a leg. If they want more stuff on it, they could always do that. And if I were making it to go in one of my journals, I probably would do a little bit more, maybe some stenciling inside, or things like that. Oh, glue stick right here. But that's that's something that people can do themselves once they buy it. The hard part's done, then they could just add on there whatever they want. And that's the way I kind of like to do some things, because it's fun for me to get them started, and it's fun for them to finish it up. At least that's the way I look at it. Thanks, Janet. Sometimes these little coin things are crooked. You gotta trim them off. Okay, now is this what I was doing? Yep. Okay, so he's going here. And this one's going on top of him. I might have to order glue with my next grocery order from Walmart if they have it. Sometimes when you get it at Walmart, it's you can tell that it's leaked out. At least you can look at it, I guess, and see whether it has or not. Now, I have longer fingernails. They're not real long, but they're long enough to get in my way, so I just use my little tweezers. Put things where they need to go. Oh, that's pretty cute. Okay, what do you think? Think it needs more, or is that enough, or should I put a button? Bye, Shannon. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you again sometime. Uh-oh. A shabby little bow. Yeah, that's a good idea too. Where did I put that? I was going to use some, where is it? I have somewhere. Here's that it. Nope. I'm looking at my carousel up here trying to find something specific. And I'm not seeing it. Oh. Maybe this. I'm just going to take that off because I'll be using it. I'll look one more time for what I was looking for. Is this it? No. Nope. I have a big bunch of seam binding. Oh, here it is. Seam binding. I probably won't get very far in anything today. Oh well. Oh well. This is really like a gauzy stuff, or not gauze, what am I thinking of? A little net kind of stuff that was used as a bias tape sort of affair. From string to thread. Man, I'm fumbly. Fumble, fumble, fumble. Fumble my way through life. Yeah, I think this one will be okay. Yeah, that'll be cute. Well, you know, these little things take a lot more time than people realize to make. Let's see. What have I got that'll reach? Nothing. Nothing will reach. Just a paper clip, I guess. Maybe. All right. There we go. Little bow. Let him dry. Next. Let's do an envelope next. So I've got these envelopes that are coffee stained. And these are the last of them that I have. I have a little stack over here. I don't have too many left. I need to have a big dyeing party. Of course, it'd just be party of one, but you know, still be a party. This is actually some sheer curtain fabric that's been dyed, and it's slightly green. If you want to find a lot of sheer fabrics that you can use, I gotta check on the dog. Cammy, what are you doing? Cammy, what are you doing? What are you doing? Stop that. Oh my gosh. She's tore up a whole corner of a rug. You better go upstairs. Go on. Go, go. Go away. Good girl. I kept hearing, I wasn't even thinking about it. I was hearing this noise and I thought, what is that? She got the whole corner of a rug down here in the basement chewed up. And our steps, going up the steps, they have a piece of carpet, just rough edge carpet. That's what the people put on here when they were here. That she has, every time she finds a string, she'll chew it up, start chewing on it. I'm not too happy about that. Well, she's 9 months old, but yeah, she's still a puppy. She's pretty good about most things, but she likes to chew stuff. And she's past the teething. She just likes to chew stuff. She eats mulch. She can get a piece of mulch or a piece of stick in her mouth. She's chawing down on it. She likes cardboard boxes. She likes to come down here and craft with me and chew on her cardboard boxes on the corners. She likes to pick up little pieces of paper that I've dropped and chew on them. She thinks she's a crafter. She thinks she's crafting. Isn't this a fun way to use up scraps? I've really been using them the last couple of weeks. Well, this one already has a butterfly on it, so I'm not going to put anything over here that's like a butterfly or anything. I'm just going to decorate it with something. This is some sheeting, like a sheet, an old sheet, that I tore in strips and I dyed with paint pens. And it turned out really nice. I'm going to do some more of that too, I think. Okay. Now, what can I put on? I need to put something on here. But what? But what? Nope, that's not what I want. I know what I want. I want these buttons. Keep those handy because I like them. The only problem is they fall off. Get back here. Get back here, you little button. Ah. Cammy? Cammy? What are you doing? Do you want to get in trouble? Don't come down here getting in trouble. You know Mommy don't like to get you in trouble. You go over there and lay in your box. Keep your nose clean. That way Mama won't have to fuss. Let's go ahead and sew the other two on too because they do have a tendency. What is going on here? They do have a tendency to fall off. Uh-oh, I think she found a piece of scrap paper. Cammy? Cammy? What do you got? Leave it alone. She's like, how can you see me? Cammy, drop it. Cammy, drop it. No, no. This is Dogs 101. All right. That took too long to do, but here we go. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Bye, Beth. Have a good dinner. This is a slower process than you thought it was going to be, isn't it? Now let's see, what have I missed? Make sure I hadn't missed anything. Beth said buy her toys. They have so many toys, and she brings every one of them down the steps or leaves them at the top of the steps. Right now, there's probably 5 stuffed toys laying at the top of the steps. She just likes to chew stuff. Y'all are all talking about food. We had a nice lunch, so I probably won't be fixing any supper. Cammy, put it down. Cammy, put it down. Put it down. Sorry. All right, I like that. Now I will probably go back later and put a fastener on here. Well, I know I will go back later and put a fastener on here, but for now I'm just going to put the thingamajig. Now I'll go back later and put an eyelet and then put one of the little thingamajigs on here. Like that. Okay, see? And it just depends. I might even put a lining in this, line it with a book page. I think I'll go ahead and do that. Maybe. There we go. So I don't care if it's not totally, like if it doesn't go all the way to the edges. I'm going to push that down as far as it will go. Okay. And center it pretty much. Okay. Then, now I'm not going to worry about gluing down inside. I'm just going to glue up around here. And that way it allows the paper to move, and it doesn't wrinkle up inside there when it folds, when the top edge folds. The rest of it doesn't wrinkle if you keep it above the fold line. So keep your glue above the fold line. And I should have done this before I put the doohickey on there. Some days things don't work the way you want them to. So you fix them. Yeah. So there. Ha. So now it has a lining. Now when I go in and I put my little circle on here with the brad, I will take a piece of tape or another little round punch out like this and glue it on the back of that brad so it doesn't hang up on anything. Okay. Now I could put a stamp up here, but I'm not going to. It looks pretty busy already, so I consider this finished except for putting the string on it, string part, doing that part. So that one's going over there. So far I've gotten 3 done. Can you believe that? And it is, I'm more than halfway through. I can't believe it's taken me this long. But that's okay. Who cares? It's enjoyable to me, so I don't mind. All right, here we go. Let's do some more of these. There's one. Two. This has kind of a greenish color to it, the little cover. And this has kind of a greenish blue color to it. Find another piece of lace. And where? Somewhere I have some little ruffle stuff. I don't know where I stuck it. And I want some big ones too. The envelopes were originally these. These are invitation envelopes that you can buy at Walmart in the box. They're cream colored. So there's different, and this is just a regular white envelope. Or was, like you would mail a letter in. Here's another one. That was white. I went on a weekend retreat where we all just brought whatever we wanted to do and stayed by the lake. And the gal that sponsored it, she did all the meals. And so all we had to do was play. And I was determined to, all I really wanted to get accomplished was a lot of coffee dyed papers done. So I had 2 8-foot-long tables and covered with, I just used big picnic table, those flannel back picnic table covers. Used those, and that's all I did all weekend was dye paper. So these are the last of my envelopes. I used the paper a long time ago, but I still do have these envelopes left. And I need to just do that again here at the house. I just haven't taken time to do it. And the other thing I want to do that I haven't done in probably 20 years, and that is do some paper marbling. I have the supplies, I just haven't taken time to do it. I still have some of the marble paper. The selection's getting to be, not as nice as it was because I've used up the really nice stuff. But there's still some in there that I can use. I don't know. I almost think I like jelly plating better. It's not near as difficult and messy. Because with marbling, if you use the real marbling stuff, you have to mix it and leave it set overnight, and the papers all need to be sized and, stuff like that. It's just a little bit more intense. But then if you want, you can dye socks and shirts and, whatever. But when we did it, yes, I knew she was. She's been down here snooping. My husband asked. I don't know, whatever it is, just throw it away. Oh, well, I'll pick it up when I get up there. I made a mess. Where was I? So, anyway, if I ever do the marbling, I'll probably do it live. But like I said, it's pretty intense. There's just a lot to keep up with while you're working. Now, all these little pieces that I have up here, all these little, I call them appliques, were cut from bigger things, like those crocheted collars and things like that. I cut them apart because that's how I use them. Sometimes I sew them onto my stitching projects. And things like that. Put another button on here. This one. Oops. Once you lose your holes, then you gotta work at it. Short sleeve button up tops. That sounds cute. Really soon, I have to do some sewing also. I want to make some travel clothes. That's quick dry. I bought this quick dry fabric, knit fabric. Just to make some slacks out of, slacks and capris for when we go to Mexico, because I don't, so I can rinse them out and dry them overnight. It takes forever to dry anything there. So humid. First year we went, I made the mistake of opening the balcony door. And there's tile floors. So I opened the balcony door just, to get a little air in there. We went to dinner, came back, and about broke my neck. The floor, it looked like somebody had dumped water in the floor. It was that wet. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. That was kind of plain. I think. Well, I just don't know what I did with my ruffles. I had some ruffles. Ruffles. They have escaped. This needs a little contrast. Tammy, no one asked you to come in here. You go on. Go on. Go on. Did your papa run you off? Poor baby. Poor little baby. Poor little baby. Bye, Kathy. Bye, Mary Lou. Thanks for stopping by. I'm not excited about this. That's a little better. Sorry, I'm getting really quiet. Concentrating. I should be able to watch Janet's stream in the morning because I don't have any appointments or for any reason. So I'll be home. I'm usually on the road by then, going to the chiropractor. Okay, that's enough fiddling with that. I like it a little better now. Okay. So we've done this one. That one really looks cute with that little bow. That one. This little one. And that one. I think they're cute. I think I put this back in here. So that'll be nice. Okay, now what do we got here? All right. And like this. You don't know how much I want to put black on these. It's really itching my fingers. Good night, Carol. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good evening. You know, I haven't been paying attention whether these are right side up or not. I guess it doesn't matter. Okay. Now, some of this. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Wrong glue. A little bit of gauze. Let's see. I want something. Some people can do this. I can never seem to do it. My fingers are too weak. Weak fingers. I think it was Ann I was watching who was ripping up some stuff. I thought, how in the world is she doing that? Might not have been her, but seems like it was. There. And put some pink in on this. I see a little bit of pink on the, well, faded red, I think is what that is, but I think this still qualifies as a neutral. Just cute little booklets. You can write your little story in. If you have a little story, if you have the big story, you can write your big story in there. Let's see, let me find a. Not too big. It's a lot easier to sew these on than it is to glue them on, that's for sure. I don't like the shiny glue to show through. That's just a pet peeve of mine, I guess. So what I do is put it down, and then I take a wet wipe. And just sort of dab into the little spots, and it's not quite as bad. What are you having for dinner, Ann? I think Angie already said, but I don't remember what it was. What she was having. Janet's probably getting ready to go to bed soon. I've already had her dinner. Oh no. What happened? Yeah. Now that still looks like it needs something. And I think what it needs is a white button. Right there. But my white buttons are on the other side of the room, so I'm not going to get them right now. So I'm just going to lay this like this is done. I'm just going to lay it aside and put a white button on it later. Okay, these get out of the way. don't think I have any white or beige buttons in my other little bag over here, but I'm going to look. I have some white, little bitty ones. Oh yeah. I have a few. Ah. Oops. I could put a high heel on there. These are cute. Oh, that would be adorable. I think I'm going to have to do that. Let's see. I can cut the back off of here. Don't put my eye out. Yay. Can't resist. These would be cute on there too. These are sewing buttons. I'd have to use those on the sewing, with the sewing things. The sewing stamp ones. Okay, I can't resist this. This is so adorable. Hi, Queen Bee. Sometimes when you clip those things off, everything falls apart, which is the case here. So let me glue that. Actually, when I have that off, I can just snip that really good. There. Glue, please. Glue, please. I'm thinking I better use the other glue. That was E6000. Put a little bit on this. There. That'll stay better, and then I'll put some on the back. And this is white, so I have to be careful where it goes so it won't show. Okay. Ta-da! Oh, that's so cute. Now what I wonder is, does it still need a button? I have this really cute pink button right here. It's kind of big. I think I'm gonna put another bow like I did before, only up by itself. Now, where is that stuff? Come on. Things just aren't cooperating with me much today, are they? Some days like that. But I will persevere. People around here go to the Veterans Cemetery in St. Louis at the VA Center because there are always deer there in the evenings. They just flock into there so you can watch for the deer. Or you can sit here at my house in the backyard and on the back patio and watch for them there. A lot easier. All right, I'm tired of messing with this. Okay. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay. Hi, Tammy. Oh no, it's Bella. It's Bella girl. Where's your sister? She's still getting in trouble? Are you being a good girl? Bella's my good girl. Okay, I like that. It needs... Oh, there comes Bella. I mean, Tammy. Okay. I'm going to do one more thing. I'm going to put some fray check on here because this GIMP, it frays like crazy. Come on. There. About time for a new bottle of that too. I better get some of that whenever I get glue. It's almost empty. And it doesn't want to come out. This is what takes so long to do things. Looking for stuff. Doing this kind of stuff. Fiddling around with things. Okay, so that one's done. Cute, I like it. Okay. on to the next one. Okay, let's see. Yeah, sometimes I think Bella does think that, especially when Cammie's out in the yard howling. Bella comes back in up to the door like, please let me in. I can't stand it any longer. Or when she's getting in trouble, Bella can't decide if it's her. Cammie, get out of the trash. Can't decide if it's her or Cammie that's in trouble. She always thinks she's in trouble instead of Cammie. So then I have to tell her what a good girl she is. Well, she won't think that. Okay. Just like kids. Get out of there. She's down here between my legs, tickling my knees. Here's a piece of music paper. Oh. Oh, thanks, Janet. She wasn't talking to you, Anne. She meant me. Don't get excited, Anne. She meant me. Oh, I guess it's doing okay. She's playing pickleball tonight, so I think it was sore for a few days, but other than that, she didn't stop her much. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold the phone. I need to finish my farm journals. And for some reason, I'm just kind of not interested right now, but they're really close to being done. Cammie, stop that. You stop that right now. You bad girl. Bad girl. Chewing up the rug again. No, Bella, I wasn't talking to you. Oh my gosh. I should get another dog. Then I could go totally crazy. Oh, it looked terrible. The pictures of her toe. It's all red. Rachel said they had to stick her like 15 times for the pain, so they could lance it because they had to lance her toe. And then she went on the next day to play and won the games. She was limping around though on it. She wasn't in her full run mode. But she did real well. She may have a new sponsor this fall. Can't say anything other than that. But she might be getting a new sponsor, which would be wonderful. Okay, now let's see. This is probably my favorite lace. And it is They did have it at Hobby Lobby in white, or no, in this color, which is, I love, love, love this color, and black. I've used up all my black, and it's very difficult to find. I haven't looked for it in a while, so. But I use it for a lot of different things. I use it for, like, at the top of a tag, like that, you know, and just under things and on edges. But I love this color. I wish I could get a lot more lace in that color. Let's see, I want to use, where'd they go? I want to use some sewing. Where is, yes, Janet, she really is. She's doing very well. It was so much fun for me to get to watch her play in a live stream where the group that she was playing with is called Next Gen, and it's only for ages up to 23. So they're considered to be the next generation of pros coming up, you know. So they actually televise, or not televise, you can tell I'm old. They actually live streamed the games, a lot of the games, over the whole weekend. So I got to watch her play a couple times, and that was fun. Because I don't usually get to go to the indoor games because there's no seating. There's very little seating. So I can't stand for long periods of time. There's no place to sit. There's no room even really to, like I could take my scooter in and sit on it, but there's really no room most of the places. Some of them there are, but most of them there's not. So I don't get to watch her play too much. Sometimes they play outside. There's a park right by their house. I mean, you just walk down the street from their house, maybe 10 houses away. And it's a city park where they have been have occasionally had tournaments. So I get to go there because we could put up a tent and, sit in our lawn chairs and all that. Take the dogs, whatever. But she's got one of those coming up in a month or two. So I'll probably go watch that. But it's just a joy to watch her play because she has such a good sense of sportsmanship and just everything. She's just a good kid. So we like to support her however we can. I'm going to finish this one real fast and then it'll be time for me to go. I want to thank everybody for coming. I know everyone has busy lives. I'm just going to put that, oops, just like that. I hope my husband doesn't need anything for dinner. We had a big lunch. Because I don't really want to fix anything. I'd really like to just stay right here and work. But I doubt that's going to happen. And that one's kind of plain, but the button's pretty big. Well, that's a weird button. Look at that. It's lopsided. You know what lopsided means? Oh, I like to take care of him pretty well. I don't really know what there is up there to eat, tell you the truth. I think all I have is some pork cutlets. Or not pork cutlet, what do you call that? Cube pork. And I've been playing with my my new iPad and Procreate. Watched a couple little videos, but I need to watch a few more. It really is a lot like using Photoshop in several ways, like, you know, the layers and the color picker and all that kind of stuff. It's just getting used to where things are. And it's got the paint brushes. You can pick the different ones. You can go in and change the paint brushes and all that. So it's a nice little program. And I thought I had bought it a long time ago, like, I don't know, maybe 6 years ago or something like that. And so when I went to download it, you know, it just showed me that little cloud thing where you've already got it, where you already own it. So I downloaded it, and it gave me it updated it as it was downloading. So yeah, I didn't have to buy a new one. It's pretty cool. And I think the reason why I never really used it is because I was trying to use it on my mini iPad, and it just didn't have the umph to do it. That thing is just useless, really. It's a mini iPad, and it's a first generation, so that tells you how old it is. So I thought, well, I can just use it to, you know, just play games on, little games, and keep those off of my other stuff, because I didn't want to just throw it away. And so I started looking for little games that I like to put on there, and all of them take a higher, what do you call that? A higher, oh, what is that called? I can't think of what it's called. ISO or search operating thing, whatever it is, than what this mini iPad has, because it will only go up to a 9, and most things take at least a 10. So I don't know if I'll do anything with it, or just, I don't know what to do with it. It wouldn't even be good for a little kid if you can't, you know, load anything on there for them. Okay, that's all for that one. It's a little more plain, but it's cute. I know I have some little ruffles somewhere. They're made out of crepe paper. And I might go back and put some little ruffles on, like this would be cute with the ruffle right here on the edge. Or you can always put a little tab on there, or make a little one. Anyway, so I want to thank y'all for coming. I appreciate it. And I hope you give a thumbs up. I hope you subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And I hope you come back next week, when I'm not sure what I'll be doing. but I hope it'll be interesting to you. So here's what we did. Where are the others? Here's the little shoe. Here's the little other ones. I think they turned out cute and a little envelope. Memory. All right, well, I'm going to say bye because I'm past my time. Thanks, Anne. I enjoy it. See you later. Bye-bye. Have a good week. And try to love everyone you meet.